UCLA by his father, LeVar Ball, who has also stated publicly that both his youngest sons, LaMelo and LiAngelo, had signed with an agent and plan to play professionally overseas in Europe. Carter, that officially marks the end of the Ball era at UCLA.
And John, Steve Olbert has been effusive in his praise, especially of his upperclassmen and Thomas Welsh and the job that they have done in keeping UCLA on track to the 7-1 start. So that front court with Welsh and Golemon, both seniors, 6'11" and 7 foot. And for the Michigan Wolverines, 1-1 in Big Ten play. Of course, stepping out, Pac-12 opponent UCLA, with Brooks, the freshman, again starting at the point for John Beilein, who, like Steve Olford, has never been an assistant coach. Both of these coaches, head coaches, their entire career. So, Bill Raftery, it is the Bruins, the Wolverines, UCLA versus Michigan.
Ooh, faulty toss there, Carter. And right now, UCLA goes a little.
We've had two tips here in Ann Arbor. Both of them have been interesting. But Michigan takes this one. Blew a 13-point halftime lead on Tuesday and losing. Ohio State, just Charles Matthews attack.
That's what they need. They have to get him back to attacking, posting, shooting that three. And it brings a big level to this club. Nice little show. Robinson that nobody covers.
Slipping Golemon beats Wagner to the post. That two for Matthews. He had only 12 points in the two Big Ten games. So
I think scouting and preparation, don't you?
And no coincidence, ball in his hands again on the second possession.
There's that little play, the little fade here by Robinson. He can shoot it.
Continues his cold shooting stretch right now.
But that last play by UCLA, look at this quick Holiday, very confident player. Nice kick, Wilkes.
Spins out, tap out. How about a third chance for the Bruins? All the way back out into the backcourt, and that is a backcourt violation. Was not touched, Lamont Simpson, right in front of the play.
Now, this is just a terrific little play off the bounce, too. That's what they're great at. Reading that screen, the ability to exploit with the dribble. It really sets up their cutting game as well. What a deep thrust there early. Big Thomas hasn't had a touch.
2-2 to start between UCLA and Michigan. Technical difficulties getting you that score early. And there it is, right on cue. If it all works so easily.
I just listen to you, the voice of reason. Back screen, pop. This is tough for Wells coming this far away from the hole on a consistent basis.
Gortman knocks down the triple.
And that's the other guy that has to play big, I think. Experience, he's been there. Can raise the level of others by good performance.
He told the free press this week, I have to do more, not just performance, but leadership for this team. He knows he has to step up, now trying to do it.
Goldman's such a good passer, too, an integral part of getting Welsh involved.
Brooks nearly picks it from Holiday, recovers.
He's tough. This kid, great confidence and toughness personified. Overload. Little slice cut down screen.
Wagner at the top, back into the hands of Matthews. The Kentucky transfer. Wagner's blocked. Another one for Golemon.
Golemon in the right spot. Great protection. You got to play quickly or get them to bite on a pump. Nice post up. Forget it.
Wells takes a right at Wagner, so when he gets it that deep, that's when you forget.
Exactly. He ducks in. He knows the game. Just an unerring shooter. Great numbers, game in and game out for Thomas Welsh. This will be interesting as the game goes on. Paying attention to detail by UCLA because this team will go deep in the shot clock. It's almost a pass.
And that's going to be push off on Wagner. So
maybe Golemon, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It's Golemon.
How about this effort here? Great confidence, hang time, athleticism at the rim. And Big Thomas, the duck in, a little kiss early in Ann Arbor. Well, you've got a big name in this town. Everybody recognizes you. So free with your credit card.
I had a golden chance to sign your name yesterday, and I couldn't. I've been waiting to sign William J. Raftery for a long time.
Brooks! A great pass, though. Oh, finding the open guy.
Holiday cut off.
Good help by Rockman.
Ollie off the shot, fake, Wilkes bump, let's see. Block underneath.
I like the call, too. I think it was the right call. The crowd doesn't. He was still moving. Boy, it's amazing. I can remember years ago, Indiana was the only team on a consistent basis that, with the pump fake. Of course, Steve Alford, one of the great ones with that. But now it's contagious. All these kids have a great understanding on closeouts, what balance the defender has, what to do, put it on deck, and get to that line.
Ali misses the first look. He had 20 points in 22 minutes versus Detroit Mercy and UCLA's last one.
Sort of taking advantage of opportunities, huh?
And the Montana game was canceled because of wildfires in Los Angeles. And John has more on that, but it has been a trying week in Southern California, trying time.
Nice job covering that opposite corner. Ali, great read.
Ali off the bounce on Abdul Rahman. Holiday, D'd up by Simpson.
He's a good defender. Nice containment. See how they handle this over the top.
Holiday splits it straight to the rim with a left bill.
Unbelievable. He's got strength as well as dexterity with the bounce.
I mean, that was 3 Michigan defenders. Holiday splits it. UCLA's made its last 3 buckets.
And with Welsh out there on at the top, there's plenty of room to roam.
Simpson left alone. Fires the 3 to end a 7-0 run.
Boy, if he starts making that, he's going to get a lot more minutes. He's a great contributor. This is the little play, the little bump. Got to stay at home on Welsh.
Holiday again, taking it right at Simpson.
You might say he's having a holiday. You
One
might
big
say.
one.
That's a tough-minded kid.
And obviously the confidence, no matter who Michigan's putting on him, Holiday's going right at him.
Well, figuring he had to play against his brothers all these years, so you got to be tough.
And sister Laura, who played on the UCLA women's team.
Now that's a great read. They don't make the shot, and Robinson really lost his man in traffic.
Robinson's now 4 for his last 25 shooting.
Push off. David works. You like this guy?
Love him.
Oh, quality performer. You can just see everybody roaming around, wide open at the rim. Hey, toughness, the ability to finish. Little guys have all.
Part of our triple header on December 30th.
Nice holiday fair there, wouldn't you say?
An early look at some of the teams who may be in San Antonio. Let's check in with John.
Well, guys, in that last Michigan timeout, most of the focus was on defense. Coach Beeline not happy with the way Aaron Holiday is able to just penetrate his defense, especially splitting the two. So he focused on figuring out a way to make sure he becomes more of a passer and making sure they are helped once he gets into the lane.
Yeah, that timeout, Matthews testing the UCLA defense, but to John's point, I mean, in 5 minutes, 6 points, 2 assists for Aaron Holiday.
And teeing it up again. I'd like still to see Welsh get some touches down below. And finally, I'm looking for Jalen Hands to come in. It's 26 minutes a game. Comes in now for Prince. But how about Matthews with the hesitation and the blow-by down here? A different style from the last couple of games.
So it seems like he's risen to the challenge of bouncing back from the slow start to his Big Ten career.
Are you suggesting it was coercion yesterday?
There was some coercion going on, wouldn't you say?
Exactly. The way it is with great coaches.
Teskey into the game at center, and the triple from Livers into the hands of Welsh.
Another really fine-looking prospect. Look at the pin down by Goldman. They still have him. Guys give up easily on the postman, don't they? He can make the 3 now.
So Wilkes Euros his way and bounces in around Teskey. High degree of difficulty on some of these.
Unbelievable, those long legs. Got some speed in them.
So John Beeline continues to mix and match. Teskey out there, Livers at the forward.
Teskey does a great job screening. Pretty good at the rim. He's got a little hook game. Can step out as well.
7 to shoot. Simpson into the paint. Simpson rejected by Welsh. Still 2 to shoot. Now Welsh controls it for the Bruins.
Oh, what a nice job. Always in the air. He's going to run the floor too. Pinning Teskey.
Team Holiday guy walked. Before he could get it to Welsh, he was trying to reward the big man.
He had him loaded up too.
Get the CBS Sports app for inside access to your favorite teams like LaSalle and Seton Hall. Watch highlights, breaking news, scores, and more. Download the CBS Sports app today.
How about LaSalle? They beat Temple 10 days ago or so. And of course, Seton Hall on a run. Devin Willard beating Louisville. A little hold on the step and cut. Olashinsky, I think, is a nice addition to this team as well.
Yeah, Michigan was up 13 and a half on Tuesday, and then were outscored 41-19 in the second half. The Big Four in the second half, 1 for 20. That's just one of the issues they had in the second half against the Buckeyes.
That'll make a dismal bus trip, or plane trip, or both.
Whatever you're on, miserable tauntaun trip.
Nice play.
Abdul-Rahman, and that's going to be a push off on Matthews.
And Holiday just stayed with him, got a piece of that shot too. Be interesting as the game progresses. Defensively, you know, can they stay there late in the shot clock on a consistent basis, because Michigan's patient and they're comfortable late in the shot clock. Nice steal.
Simpson takes it. Now can he handle it in midcourt? Stepped out of bounds, so it's back to UCLA.
You'll know he's there. You know, I heard Lenny Wilkins was at a dinner recently, and they were talking about his ability to steal the ball. He said, well, they didn't keep steals when I played, but the guy playing me knew I was there. And I think that's what Simpson's like.
Like not a shot blocker, but a shot bottom?
Well, stealer. Like he was always in position. Turn the guy. Use the correct hand to swipe. Good show. He can make this now. Oh, ball fake would have had a three.
Hands in the corner. Gets down the baseline on Simpson. Another tough one inside. Hands. Oh, count the bucket. And one. He sticks with it.
Is that an aggressive nature of this kid? I just love watching tape of him. He's got a great handle. He's a tough little skimmer, but the pursuit, you're the first one to nose it. It's a reluctant delivery.
So Jalen Hands, one of the outstanding freshmen, played his senior year of high school for Brad Lee, TJ's dad. Brad, who was a great player at Evansville.
Sure. And again, I think he won a slam dunk contest down there in San Diego.
Jalen, fantastic dunker.
You sound a
that's
little bit jealous.
Foreshadowing, yeah, that's significant trampoline work. You sound a little jealous too of that dunking ability.
With reason. Good contest again. Welsh plays the whole game. Look at him sprint to the rim.
And then Hand finds Welsh in transition.
I love it. And he gets an old red arm back with Bill Russell. Rim to rim. Sprint it, and you shall receive. Pretty good hands and concentration by Welsh as well. That's a tough catch.
And you see the UCLA guards efforting to look for it.
Pick and pop.
Then flip it to the corner. Smith loses the handle. Goldman ripped away by Simpson.
Numbers.
Simpson, kick to the corner. Jordan Poole.
It's a different style, folks. The old days, you go and get a deuce.
Haynes looking for Welsh again. Has to come out to the free throw line this time.
Good job by Wagner, though.
He loses it. On the full tie-up. Possession arrow. We'll give it UCLA.
Pretty good start by this guy.
How about the powder keg blue and Westwood gold against the maize and gold here in Ann Arbor.
As a mother...
So please help those affected by natural disasters like the Los Angeles area wildfires. Visit redcross.org for more information. CBS cares.
Thank you very much, John. And you think about it again for Steve Oliver and what he said through a China trip and players suspended indefinitely and now a game canceled because of the very serious wildfires. Steve Oliver said through it all, our guys, I mean, they just want to keep playing. I mean,
keep coming back.
You have a game to play, and in many cases for young guys going through a lot off the court, it can help it all.
Such a tragedy, too, Steve recounting some of the things that he was told or saw. And let's hope everybody's lives are safe. And they get that under control, too. My daughter was out there and saw the smoke, and it was just amazing. A gorgeous piece of the world.
He'll be out there next weekend. 5 to shoot for Michigan here. Brooks in the paint. Over Welsh.
Didn't hit the rim. Got it.
Just got it on. Now Steve Olford is saying that can't be good. The officials will get
check.
together. They can go to the monitor now anytime on a shot clock violation.
My guess live it was good. What do you think? You don't think it's good?
Well, I tell you what. Let's have a
We'll
have a look.
We'll find out.
This is definitely worthy of a look because it seemed like that last second was up there for quite a while.
That's close. That's close. Mo finally gets a deuce. He might have it taken away. Once again, good defense, the block.
And here comes our explanation from Kelly Piper. And clearly, that's exactly what we're looking at. Kelly Piper just to confirm.
It's interesting. Did they score the goal?
They did.
Okay.
I mean,
so then if it's one of those that it doesn't hit the rim.
Yeah, as of now, it's posted.
But did it get the rim in there? Oh, I think that's good, don't you?
Boy. With 1 second, looks like the ball is off the fingertips.
Yeah, I think it's good.
With 1 second still showing.
Scoring to go.
Yep, counted it.
Mo's got a friend at City Hall. The big fella. Maybe get him going a little. What's interesting about UCLA, they've turned it over 5 times, but their defense has been excellent. You know, changing shots, hurrying shots, always there, looming large with big T. Welsh.
Michigan shooting just 5 for 16, 31%. Even after that last bucket counts for Wagner.
America's play to try and get Welsh connected.
Inside, Welsh can't finish. Wagner pulls it. Wolverines on the run. Not afraid to attack against UCLA. And now...
Oh, should have shot at Mo. I'll tell you, a little lingerie on the deck. Wagner wants it on the box. Goes, oh shit, nice.
Matthews has Welsh, so takes it in and ends up offensive foul.
Well, their defense has been excellent. Steve loves it. Did a little of that.
Second on Matthews, another offensive.
Down at Indiana. He likes this building, by the way, Steve Alford, right? He had a walk-off.
Game winner.
Yeah, how about that? Nice read. And outside the restraining area. That really helps your big guy. Welsh had bitten on that pump.
So Matthews, you pointed out, aggressive in the early going, and yet now he has to sit with 2 personals. Offensive foul against the Buckeyes with the remark. Robinson to Wagner, and finishes.
And what a great look by Robinson, and defensively extremely alert.
Wolverines back within 2.
Got to value the ball a little bit, UCLA.
Wagner scored the last 4. And the Wolverines, Holiday splits it, attacks again, and finishes again.
This kid is magical. Just an aggressive nature. Great feel for the game. They use it to bounce.
Last year against the Wolverines, 6 of 7 shooting. That's when he was coming off the bench. Now it's Aaron Holiday's Bruin team. Wagner again. This time the hands.
Oh, they got a 3-point play.
Foul. And Wagner flexing the bicep.
I think he was fouled and then walked. One of those deals, he's getting the benefit here. But that gamble that far, that's not what you want from Gigi. I think it was pretty good. He fumbled it versus held it.
How about the hands and the feet on the last couple of possessions for the baller from Berlin?
And really a talented kid. He had a tough day yesterday, I thought. A lot of suggestions, I would say.
He made it through the practice,
Yeah,
which is sometimes the best thing.
John's a great teacher. Well, they are playing excellent defense, I think. Value the ball for UCLA. Get shots, good ones.
His hands against onto a right one push-off. Offensive foul on hands.
He can get in the lane. He doesn't have to do that, but that's sort of a normal reaction. You got to keep your hands off the wheel here. Watch that right arm. Kids are taught to protect. That extension nails you.
7th UCLA turnover. 5 fouls against the Bruins.
They are not giving the back cuts. They're going to get screen-ins and open jumpers.
Pull miss, hands pulls it.
Their people can rebound and push. That's what makes UCLA so tough.
Holiday trying to take Brooks again. The junior on the freshman, and Eli Brooks stands his ground.
Ooh,
Across
carry.
Yep.
In a hurry.
Thursday on CBS, Shamar Moore stars in a gripping new episode of SWAT. Thursday, 10/9 Central, only CBS.
Interesting to watch guys coach, isn't it? Like yesterday, two different styles and their approach. Kids respond to both of them.
We love just about every aspect of this job. Let me admit that. We love it all. But the practices that we get to go to,
They're special. You know what's great for me? I realized what a lousy coach I was. I mean, I knew before.
Yeah, many people
but this
realized that
confirms
long
it.
ago. I can't believe it took you this long,
It
Phil.
reassures me I did the right thing. Look at this turnover. Goodness, you got to value it.
That's the 8th against UCLA.
And a gamble on the wing gets an open look.
Abdul Rahman couldn't knock it down. Touched by Ali. Wolverines keep it.
And Wagner is a different guy, playing with a lot of enthusiasm. He's the one that contributed to them regaining the basketball. Oh, goodness. Tempting, but the hustle. This level of basketball, you got talent and guys who get down and dirty. You got something. Nice cut.
Wagner with the fake and the finish.
And Brooks with the find. John was saying they've got to shorten the rotation. He's got some kids that he can go 10, 11 deep, and he just feels he needs for continuity to shorten a little bit. Brooks will be one of those in the rotation.
Inside, that's a push off. Yeah, and that's another turnover on the Bruins. That's on Olashinsky, giving it right back into the hands of the Michigan Wolverines and Big Mo.
You can't keep turning it over. You give a good team, an outstanding team that runs.
Just running out there. He screamed 4 words at his guys. Stop dribbling the ball. He feels like there's way too many turnovers because they're not running their offense effectively. On the high ball screen, he wants the ball to go back to the guy who's setting the screen at the top instead of getting the ball stuck in the corner where they've been turning it over.
Sometimes coaching is simple, right, Bill? Stop dribbling the ball and see if the Bruins will execute it.
Nice little pull up here. I tell you, their defense has been excellent other than the turnovers. Well, you said to me, stop hogging the mic.
Right.
It's like stop dribbling the ball.
And somehow you don't ever get. I don't have the option of benching you like Steve Olford has with his players.
That's true. He can retaliate. Let's see if they do. Get it side to side a little bit.
It's an 8-2 Michigan run, all 8 points from Mo Wagner, and now here comes another, the 10th UCLA turnover.
And that was their pet play. They're trying to get that baseline jumper, and Steve a little bit frustrated. This is their pet play. They curl, and then Wells steps out for a 12-footer, but you can see Heskey up to the task.
So our man Dick Enberg, the Michigan native and former voice of the Bruins, used to call it the Bruin Ballet. There have been too many steps of the Bruin Ballet. Jordan Poole resets, 8 to shoot. Takes a bump, it's on Wilkes. Poole attacking.
Well, Poole's playing with some confidence here. The ability to use the dribble and read the D. Sets his man up, a beautiful crossover. How about that? That is just natural ability and some speed to boot.
Now 17 fouls. You have 2 on Olashinsky, 2 on Wilkes, and 2 on Goleman for the Bruins. And Michigan is playing big minutes without Charles Matthews. He went to the bench at the 10:30 mark. Now second leading scorer.
This is a basketball body, by the way. This is why you're an announcer. Long, lean, and athletic.
And skilled.
And, well, that's...
There's many reasons why Jordan Poole's a better basketball player than either of us.
Well, he has really got a big upside.
Big game against Indiana, and then as part of an off night. Off second half again. The Wolverines look great in the first half against the Buckeyes.
That's when you need your mainstays, the guys who've been around to carry those guys. First sort of league away game. He did a nice job on Welsh. A lot of bouncing again.
So Holiday step back. He's having to do too much right now for UCLA.
So Michigan really pushes it, uses their head. Now they got plenty of time to run their magic.
Since Matthews left the game, UCLA hasn't scored.
I like that one. I don't think John did either. Although seldom does Beeline comment on the chuck and duck.
Nearing 4 minutes without a field goal, without points for UCLA.
There you go.
Welsh.
Oh, now he doesn't hit the rim. Pick and pop, he stretched it out. Steve was hitting both of us. Good around the rim his first year. Went out a little further. All of a sudden he's making threes. He's got 4 this year.
That's now 5.
5, yeah.
He had 1 last year, had a chance to retire as the all-time three-point percentage leader at UCLA, but decided he'd take a few more. So Rockland, there's Welsh with the board.
Yeah, not any penetrating cuts, settling deep. See if Hands can get it going. He's great off the pound. Nice ball fake. Oh, you got it.
Give it right back to him. Now Welsh on Teskey draws a foul on John Teskey, the sophomore. Big man from Michigan.
You really enjoy guys who leave it all out there. There's a good understanding of how to play the game and when to be in position. This little pick and pop and drift too. Gets those puppies organized behind the line. I love the way he runs the floor. Defensively, he's a tremendous force for this team.
And yet again, and Steve Alford and everyone around UCLA basketball saying, look, we know there's been all sorts of things going on around the Bruins, but you want to know why they're still 7-1. Holiday and Welsh on the floor, and more importantly, off it in the locker room, keeping guys focused on basketball.
Sure. And GG as well. You know, he's been around. Good passer. Bring your guy inside now. They got him.
Holiday step back on Simpson late in the clock.
What's wrong with Welsh? Aaron, he had loaded up.
Simpson picks it off from Wagner.
That's a little replace on the wing after a ball screen. Tough shot. A little 12-footer. UConn under Jimmy Calhoun. Those kids made that shot. That's a real difficult task. A lot of work and a walk.
Turnover. UCLA. We've said that a lot. 11.
They averaged 12. I mean, in a half, and they're still in touch. All because they've gotten back, haven't given up easy goals and forced a deep thrust.
The game was 50-50 at the half last year. There were 23 threes in the first half last year, not so much in this one, but Wagner has been the difference for Michigan. And the run after UCLA had its largest lead. It was all Wagner.
Simmons on the floor now. He's a kid who can score. Deep, off the bounce.
That transfer from Ohio.
Did you have him in the tournament?
No.
No. John did. I think John did.
That's right. And the back turn. Also face up on Wagner.
Mark it down. Mark it down. That's what you look for in highlights and replays.
Hang on, I'm
that Welsh
marking
jumper.
it down. I follow your coaching, Bill. Unlike the Pirates.
Nice slice cut and an easy goal. And it's the first time they've attacked. Everything's been settled the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, at the 4:29 mark, 23-19 Welsh, and now another touch.
Look at the ball fake.
Oh my gosh, he had Faulkner looking out for the pass and then took it right to him.
It was a Globey trick. Peekaboo, how do you do?
Well, medal arc from Thomas Welsh. The Wagner just looks sad after getting faked like that.
See, I'm so old, I was thinking Goose Tatum.
Simpson recovers in the paint.
They work on that.
There's Welsh to clear it.
Oh, it's just an accidental.
Let's see, Welsh and Simpson to travel on Welsh.
Wow.
So rather than the contact on Simpson, it's a travel. And that is turnover number 12 on the Bruins. And a tough one on Thomas Welsh.
And they're still there. That's what's amazing. Actually, I think they called the walk. If I'm not mistaken, did they?
Yep.
Yeah. How about this kid? Unerring delivery, but a big fella.
So in case football didn't pan out for it.
He could have been an announcer.
Right, exactly.
What a life he could have had. Right?
Exactly. Just zooming around the country, eating fine Italian foods at every stop.
You know, looking at that picture with the hoodie with Belichick, probably why I couldn't coach. I couldn't wear a hoodie.
Oh, it's
Nice.
you want to pull it over.
How about that off the timeout? Great set play. Pinned down and Mo wide open with that stroke.
I did have Mike Krzyzewski tell me one time he learned what not to wear by watching you on the sideline.
I did have some classic attire. I got them all back by midnight.
Holiday on Brooks.
That's a better shot, though.
Smith stick back. How about Wells tap out? Into the hands of Smith again.
See where they go after the timeout. He's got him loaded. Get it to the forward. Got to get an angle to get it to Wells. There's that pick and pop, that corner jumper again. Say goodnight. I can't get enough of that.
Holiday made that angle himself. And Wells facing up with UCLA back up by 3.
Little zone look here. 2-3. The foul line can be wide open.
Wagner on Wells. Tough shot. Made it tough, and then Wagner commits a foul. Frustration going for the rebound after Smith pulled it.
You just got to understand the guy's been. Look at this. That's after a screen, the space out, because Wagner, like all guys, you're taught to split and help out, be in that lane on the weak side. The big fella just dynamite delivery.
Last 9 points for UCLA from Thomas Welsh. I wrote it down.
You're great with your numbers. Again, a lot of bouncing.
Holiday into Wells.
Catch and kick. How's that
Bridge for Smith. Tap.
The other way.
Jab. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Hands.
it's on.
I think hands number 2.
And coming up on AT&T at the half, Adam Zucker, Seth Davis bring you highlights from today's early action, including #1 Duke on the road, 8th ranked Kentucky at the Garden, plus Seth's early season storylines. All coming up, AT&T at the half. That foul on hands is his second.
Boy, Seth's been off for a long time, huh? You can hear his vacation plans. He can afford to go anyplace.
Oh, sure. Islands. Rolls out on the 1-and-1 for Jerron Simmons. That transferred from Dayton, played at Ohio.
Baseline rubs and cross screen. Good help. And Robinson with a great recovery.
Holiday's frustrated at Smith, who attacks on Wagner. Welsh, offensive board, creates a second chance. Shot clock at 7. So Holiday, hands deep 3. Welsh trying to give him a third chance, and this one will be on
Robinson, I think. Tried to check out, try to ride him out.
It is.
How about Welsh's ability to rebound, obviously in traffic, without fouling and pushing off? Just walls up, big stretch enables him to get it. It's a pretty good lead at this level. Robinson figures that coach told me to check out. It's about the only way you can stop him from number 40.
Thomas Welsh, a 2-time Pac-12 All-Academic Team, economics major. His brother Henry's on the Harvard basketball team, sophomore.
And Steve was talking about how fundamentally sound he is. I just love his understanding. I mean, he doesn't make mistakes. Adams was his high school coach. He did a great job at Loyola.
Last 11 Bruin points have been from Thomas Welsh.
Redondo Beach. Have you been there?
I don't think I have.
It's got a nice sound.
It does. Maybe that's where Seth is hanging out.
Could be. Little 2-3 again. Look at the chase.
Brooks. With Brooks' hand at his face, Eli Brooks, the freshman, Spring Grove, PA. Played for his dad, James. Led him to a county title first since 1971.
Nice personality, too. With 22 left, Steve wants to get him organized in the shot clock.
How about UCLA? Somehow the Bruins by 2.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable.
Mike made his bones there, so to speak. First it was the math a little bit with Morgan Wooten, and then with Mike down in Duke, amongst other places, along his road to South Bend.
No flag.
No, that's right. Gotta have a flag.
Well shot,
nice
There's only one person out there who got it. Into the corner, the triple. Into the hands of Livers. Last UCLA points not from Thomas Welsh at the 9. 55 mark.
I think if he's Livers and Poole on the floor, as the year goes on, you can see more of them, I think. As long as they can guard and learn.
So UCLA with a 2-point lead. Despite the 12 turnovers and despite Welsh carrying the load in the last 10 minutes, the Bruins have a 2-point lead in the last shot.
And 3 freshmen on the floor for Michigan. Oh, reach down.
Got a second.
Reach down. All they have to do is stay big. It makes it easy for the official.
They get the help from Wagner and Holiday attacks.
I would step up the defense a little bit here if I'm UCLA, just to make them use the clock a little. Don't let the opponent turn the corner and stay at home. There's so many good three-point shooters out there.
UCLA's only lost to Creighton, Kansas City. They've won 4 straight since. It began with Wisconsin when Holiday scored the last 10 points in the game. And UCLA came back to beat Wisconsin. They haven't lost since.
How about the layup he made? He had that on the open over half. I'm going to say, don't let Brooks get it.
Zador Rockman on the attack. Floater. Had more time than he thought. Rushed it. And despite the 12 first-half turnovers by UCLA, the Bruins on the road in Ann Arbor. A 30-27 lead on Michigan. And Steve Alford is with John Trippett.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. When the ball is in Holiday's hand, good things have happened. When it's not, 12 turnovers. How do you clean that up?
Well, he's special, but we got to get him some breathers too, though. And we got some young guys playing their first true road game, so I think we'll settle down. I really like how we're competing defensively. This is a really good offense that I thought we guarded really well. We just got to limit our turnovers, and we got to get Tommy Welsh the ball because I think he's very, very good.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
That is the end of the first half. 30-27, UCLA on Michigan. We'll send you to Adam Zucker in New York with AT&T at the half after this message and a word from your local station.
And just like magic, Progressive gives you options based on your budget.
In Ann Arbor, Bruins lead the Wolverines 30-27. As we take a look at our Sonic first half stats in a moment. Carter Blackburn, Bill Raftery, John Trippett on the sideline. So how's UCLA leading this game despite the fact they've turned it over 12 times?
Well, the defense has been exceptional. I think they've been in a great spot, intimidating, changing, blocking some shots. And conversely, I think Michigan rushing, taking a lot of deep shots, contested. They've got to get back to controlling the time, I believe.
So as we take a look at our Sonic first half stats, you see those 12 turnovers. And then the field goal percentage not good enough for the Wolverines. So 30-27 as we get set for the second half. Let's check in again with John.
Well, I spoke to Coach Beeline at the half, and he told me defensively we're playing great. It's the offense. He feels like they're really settling for shots. He said we got to get back to what we do best. That's executing hard screens, setting picks, and really getting back to playing good basketball. He said because what we're doing right now is not going to work efficiently on offense.
And meanwhile, for Thomas Wells, she carried the load for UCLA.
I think Steve's going to be a great commentator when he's finished coaching. His analysis was terrific.
Yeah.
You got a guy like this, provide the lift, give him some opportunities. He really seals his man. They're not getting the ball to the right spot, too, an angle to enter once he controls the body of the opponent.
So we'll see if UCLA, who has won 4 straight since the win against Wisconsin. They had lost was to Creighton in Kansas City. Came back to beat Wisconsin. Now won 4 straight. And the true road game first of the year, although they've done plenty of traveling.
You sure have.
Brooks, this is the first look. Second chance, though.
Nice extra pass.
Matthews travels, turns it over. Matthews, who sat for the last 10:30 of the first half after picking up his second. And his first touch, a walk.
And they're victims of doing it in practice when they're on their own. Establish the pivot foot and put the ball down before you pick it up. Nice.
And he's touched by Brooks, so UCLA keeps it.
There's halftime, all the adjustments you look for basically on this end. Get Thomas some touches and keep it off the deck a little bit more. GG, excellent passer too. He likes the little hook game. There he is.
There's a pass. Welsh spins it in. That's a second made three of the game for Thomas Welsh. The 6th of the year, 7th of his career.
Indefensible, really, because you're looking to help out on GG. You got to stay at home on a big fella. Little curl and pop.
Equals the largest lead for UCLA. 9 to shoot.
Defense has been great for UCLA, I think. Forcing them late in the shot clock without a good look.
Wagner stepping out. Oh! Matthews almost went over the back.
Good check out, too. Now they giving it up. See if Allie could do something. Ali.
Collins trying to take Robinson. Woo! Count it! And a foul on Duncan Robinson. Collins off the bounce.
A little right out by Duncan. GG showing you the ability to make that shot. Brings that defender up, but now this little body bump and finish by the big fella.
Gollman, the senior from Cornland to Hungary, right on the Austrian border. It's just north of Natsai.
Have you been there?
No, I looked at a map though.
You had 8th grade geography, I think.
I'm sure it's
impressed.
Western Hungary.
Didn't he have a little run with the national team too? Which they
Yes, he did.
Him?
Yep, spent the summer. I think he made the team at the practices. Hungarian national team.
Trouble scoring with this excellent lead. Nice spacing by Thomas. Good footwork.
Wagner up and under. Will stays with him, but Wagner able to finish around the 7-foot Bruin.
Look how hard you had to work to make that goal.
And now Welsh going at Wagner on the baseline. Half out, Livers controls it. And now Brooks attacks Holiday, lost the handle. Wilkes brings it back.
Good give.
Bounce ahead, and Ollie with a finish off the look from Chris Wilkes.
What a great look by Wilkes. Rebound push, get some numbers.
Abdul Rahman, Ali right there with him. So Abdul Rahman off the bounce, drawing the foul
Ali,
on the floor.
The ability to get out and run, so important. But giving it up early provides the lift. Nice little move across, rim protection.
First on Ali, after the nice finish on the other end, and here is Muhammad Ali Abdul Rahman to the line.
You always think if we got a little problem here.
That's fundamental. Matthews was trying to sneak in. The Bruins didn't have the extra man on the free throw lane, and Matthews was trying to sneak in. I mean, how many? You can watch college basketball all year, and I think you do watch college basketball all year long. See, that stopped.
No, very unusual. Take you out of your rhythm a little bit.
You know what? You gotta tip of the hat to Charles Matthews there. Kind of a savvy move.
First thing I look at Steve, his dad's here too. Sam was his high school coach. Was with him at Iowa for a while.
Sam and Sharon in the house.
Played for one of the great coaches in Bob Knight.
Back to Welsh on Wagner.
Pretty.
Played straight up. Welsh second chance kick out Wills. Wagner finally clears it. Wills touched it out of bounds.
Welsh is very active, isn't he? He's not the quickest guy, but he's savvy.
Averaging a double-double this year. 12 points, 11 rebounds a game. Has 24 career double-doubles. Different level as a senior.
You're good at double-doubles. I noticed that last night. Little overload, pin down.
Trying to figure out how to edit how to get to that. You've done a lot of
that. Let it slide. Nice hands, Welsh.
Welsh pokes it away from Wagner. Holiday attacks on Livers and draws a foul on Livers.
And that's all because of Thomas Welsh. I mean, just excellent defense, his position, his ability to deflect, starts that fast break. Boy, such a heady kid.
Remember the hot start for Holiday when he had 6 points in the first 5 minutes? Had only 3 since. So 9 points in a game for Aaron Holiday, but you know he's got some in the tank for late if the Bruins need it.
Well, the other point, too, remember Steve was lamenting the dribbling, the over-dribbling? He's sort of running the show a little bit more. He is an impact performer.
Who's now with the Pelicans, Justin with the Bulls. Mentioned sister Lauren, who played the UCLA women's team, had to retire because of some head injuries, so she's...
Amazing family, huh?
So now for Michigan, and you're down by 8 now. Which of these guys, or all three, need to step up?
Well, Rockman's the only one on the floor right now, so it's got to be him at this point. I think it's Mo.
There's Rockman.
I think they're settling a little bit. Not enough motion. Nice kick out to Ali. Boy, they push it, don't they? You better get back and in position.
Olamon covered up by Livers. Trying to get it inside. Wilkes and one. Another Michigan foul on a missed bucket. And Mo Wagner angrily brings the Wolverines together to talk about the...
And the mismatch is what was created here because they got some motion. Here's the switch that causes the size differential. And nothing left but Brooks to do but give it away. Great execution. And both coaches, I'm sure, unhappy thus far with the kind of movement, ball and man. Little timeout, looks like Beeline here.
Yep, even as it ticks under 16, John Beeline not going to wait. Takes a timeout. Bruins have opened up a 10-point lead against the Maize and Blue.
Stamper, he suffers from multiple rare disorders which decreases his ability to move. Well, he attends practices and home games, all with a huge smile on his face. He is so close with this team, Mo Wagner even gave Stamper his personal cell phone so that Stamper can text the team good luck when they're on the road. Now, Coach Beeline told us seeing how happy his family is uplifting to all of us here at Michigan, and he hopes his players understand how blessed they are. Guys.
Thank you, John. That's part of the team impact, helping children with serious life-threatening illnesses gain a support system. I've been drafted by a college sports team for 2 years. And
What a play. Welsh sets a catalyst. 2 guys were actually open. And not typical Michigan defense. Boy, not alert, not in position.
Wilkes, the first Indiana Mr. Basketball to play for UCLA. Now, their coach was a Mr. Indiana Basketball, but Wilkes, the first and just the second to ever go to what's now the Pac-12.
Indy kid, huh?
Indianapolis North Central High School.
So they're settling for these deep shots and a giveaway. Not typical Michigan basketball.
And Mr. Wilkes makes it a 12-point Bruin lead.
Wow, how about the attack? But it's all Welsh to find the dive. No counter defensively. Send it in, Mr. Wilkes.
You need a little time. It's all it takes.
A notable football coach in attendance today. That is Mr. Jim Harbaugh. You'd think he could get
Get him a seat,
Bill.
Well, I can't afford it. I think they've cut back here with the football program.
That's right. Well, Shea Patterson is here visiting as well this weekend.
Right.
Quarterback who is considering the Wolverines after leaving Ole Miss.
What a family. Mom and Dad became friends through Tom Crane. First John with the Ravens. Joni married to Tom with the Jim. This little screen down. Open look. This kid can get it going, huh? 14, 5 assists. What more do you need?
9 straight now for UCLA to open up a 15-point lead. They haven't turned it over in almost 9 minutes after the 12 early turnover.
Well, Steve Alford was saying this is the first real road trip he felt in an environment like this for his young people. They've calmed down, valued the basketball, and running their stuff. Good help. 5. Look at this D. Nothing easy.
Livers gives him a second chance. Matthews, quick trigger 3.
But he needed that. You're so vulnerable if you can kick it back out. And knock down the tray.
Livers gives Michigan a lift when they need it. Back into the hands of Holiday, guarded by Simpson. Now Holiday takes it and Livers. Floater.
Nice job defensively.
Another board for Livers. Matthews trailing. Gets a screen from Wagner. And Matthews fouled. Sure did on Holiday. Got him with the feet.
That's not typical of him. I don't know if he bumped into Ali on that play to get into contact. They're playing with a little more pace right now, Michigan. They bump one another later. But That was not going anywhere near the hoop. They're going to make sure whether it's a three or not.
That's right. So DJ Carstensen and Kelly Pfeiffer to the monitor.
You can't tell from there. He sold that pretty good, didn't he? This one should be good. Mo would give it a nice little bump. Well, I think that's okay, don't you?
I do. I think that's 3.
No reason to clip your toenails.
Great job by our production crew. Producer Jason Ross, director Chris Vincent. How about the numbers from Wade Robinson today? All over it.
Very good. Well, 1 out of 2 weeks he's been hot. And of course, Jason, the mixed bag on the truck, you know, with his background here in this great university. Trying to do his job without imparting any wisdom towards the coaching staff.
Bobblehead out of the deal. And it is going to be 3 shots coming here for Charles Matthews. Yeah. And Matthews in the learning curve. This is his 2nd year at Michigan, but didn't play last year as a transfer. He summed it up to us by saying you have to learn a lot.
It's a different style. I mean, a lot of guys used to catching, beating their guy. This is more of a move the ball, move your man, make good cuts. And Steve, that shot of Steve Alford, like that really hurt. To give this guy, and this is that one, but an opportunity for 3 when you got really good control of the game. 56% free throw shooter.
And you hear some of the trepidation from the Michigan fans hoping for more out. Matthews misses the 2nd. A star-studded week on Colbert. Stevens all new with Tom Hanks, Jodie Foster, Adam Driver, and Monday, don't miss, Matt Damon, all new Colbert this week on CBS.
Yeah, so many nice answers UCLA on this end because Welsh is like a playmaker as a center. You got Holiday running the show, good decision maker outside. Nice little screen and curl.
Holiday attacks, takes it to Robinson. Matthews there for the board.
You had Welsh in the corner too, could have saved it.
Matthews takes a bump, finds Robinson, shot fake. Holiday forces him to give it up, and Matthews finishes it off.
And Tensky with a good job screening off Welsh. That might give them a little spark. Now you want a good one for UCLA.
6 straight for Michigan, get it back to single digits.
They have not run their high-low with Gigi and Welsh on the box. This kid's a good passer.
Solomon on Robinson again. Simpson running the Wolverines. Robinson.
Nice play. The big guy, Teskey, he's going to get more minutes as this year progresses.
So Matthews uses his screen, taps it in Welsh, and it's 8 straight for the Wolverines after UCLA scored 9 straight.
The house is alive, Carter. And the ability to little side saddle, extra look, and then using that rim, and you can see Teskey holding off. And then this is what you want to see more. Little crossover, Matthews, a little bit reminiscent of his Kentucky days. Put it on the deck. Go strong, young man.
Neil Lane designs jewelry for Hollywood's biggest stars.
Players, the technique, look at the hand, the follow through, and the landing. The same thing on each shot. And that's what he professes to others. This kid has worked hard. Such a great understanding of his game and what he can do to contribute.
8 straight for Michigan, all from Charles Matthews.
There's that little play, that corner jumper. Teskey doesn't bite.
Hands attack, and draws a foul.
And he was in the restraining area, but nice little penetration. Hands is great. Foot speed, the ability to turn that corner and do some damage. Quick.
So Teskey draws the charge, but like you said, Bill, in the restraining area, and DJ Carstensen points it out immediately. And therefore hands to the line, but he misses the first of 2.
Now, this is one of those growth process for both programs. They can get better. A lot of young people incorporated into the lineup who can play with whom. I mean, it's a real field situation as the season. You know, this is a high-level game early in the year.
One they look back on in March when they put the
counts.
resumes together for the Bruins and the Wolverines. Matthews takes Wilkes. Welsh got a hand on it. Teskey follows it up.
Smart by Teskey. Matthews drew Welsh. Big fella. Looming large.
From a 15-point lead for UCLA, down to 6 with that 10-1 run. They've done it in a hurry, and Matthews has led the way.
Steve has such a great demeanor on the sideline. Much like Bob at Indiana. Very similar.
Oh, yeah.
We learn from the best.
Hands into the paint. He may walks. Finds Olashinsky. Now loose ball, won by Matthews, and a foul on Olashinsky again after Matthews wins the race.
That was a good effort, though. I like that. He knew it was long. Those free ones, so important to snatch.
And the third on Olashinsky. Lamont Olashinsky, both been in foul trouble. The full spot for the Bruins.
Pick and pop open look.
Robinson. Still on for Robinson.
Yeah. Teskey giving some effort, though.
Lost it out of bounds. So Robinson hasn't hit a 3 in this game. And Robinson is now 4 for his last 27 shooting.
You might suggest putting it on the deck a little bit. I mean, he's they scout and prepare. They know his strength. You got to take it away. Look at this. Too easy, too low. Well, you got to fight a little better. Big John.
Good hook for Thomas Welsh. 18 in the game now for Welsh to go along with 9 rebounds. Matthews.
Pretty.
On Wilkes. Takes it once, twice, and then gets it to drop.
Yesterday, Johnson, we've got to get him in the lane with the dribble or the post up. And it really helps set up their deep game.
Matthews has led the Michigan comeback from 15 down.
Teskey with a better denial. That's Welsh on the roll.
Trying to shoot, hands guarded by Simpson. Welsh needs some help. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Holiday there to bail him out. Holiday took three. With the shot clock winding down. Holiday buries it.
Unbelievable. That may be one of the earliest deliveries this kid possesses them. Well, that is a backbreaker when you play D that well, that long.
And now Matthews wants to take it at Wilkes again. Matthews draws a foul on Wilkes.
Breaking away from the set with individual ability. But why not? Talk about a gamer. How do you square up with strength? Nylon. Toughness, and let everybody in the house know. Cat call on the sideline.
Some Holiday onions.
Some very, that's appropriate, apropos.
You don't want those in your stocking.
No. Most coaches would like him in their stocking, though.
Now, Charles Matthews, and the question was after, how is he going to bounce back? 12 points in the 2 Big Ten games. He got 2 early fouls, so sat for much of the first half. Very aggressive in the second half, and despite the troubles, the free throw line, Matthews is the big reason why Michigan was able to whittle the lead.
Well, he made the mistake of being good early, so everybody's prepared for him. So now he has to really do and make sound judgments.
There's Holiday again. This time Simpson walls him off into the hands of Wagner.
Now, Wagner is fresh. Let's see if he can do some damage. Not the arm wrestling. Pick and pop, maybe.
There's the pick.
Side. Yep.
Yeah, Matthews walked. He had Wagner rolling.
He did. A good call from the sideline. Just in a hurry. Sometimes you're on skates as well. Look at this. A little extra dance.
About that last UCLA turnover, they went almost 14 minutes without a turnover after the 12 early ones.
And they've been good at getting good shots too. Welsh that time.
Simpson crosses over and takes it to Welsh.
How about that? What an addition if he can We know he can guard. He made that three early that time to blow by.
The X-Man with a Z.
Look at his speed.
Matthews got in there with some help. D made it tougher, and now the Wolverines on the run.
Nice balance by UCLA. Keep moving Welsh around. You can't get stuff at the rim.
Nine to shoot. Abdul Rahman.
Oh, he had it.
Now Matthews.
I don't know why Big Bodie used a ball fake. Would have frozen the defender. He'd have a clean look. Welsh a little bit tired right now. Got his hands down. And look at his hold off. He just controls the defender.
Smith. Matthews bothered it, and now Matthews pulls it. He's been worn out. The foul on Smith.
Yeah, not a good one either.
Getting tangled up, and the 17-year-old freshman commits a bad foul with 8:01. Tomorrow he has one of the most dangerous occupations in the world. Running for president against Vladimir Putin. Plus, one of Hollywood's most famous leading men talks about not fitting in. Tomorrow on 60 Minutes. Only CBS.
How often do you see that, though? A guy misses a shot or makes a mistake and then gives the foul, inventing a little bit?
I mean, Smith is 6'9", 200. He defends, great body, but he's a 17-year-old.
Yeah, absolutely. What did he skip a grade, you were saying?
Yep, skip second grade. That's an early reclassification.
I can't remember second grade. Tough when it's over 20 years ago.
Take the over on that.
Nice team. Speaking of that.
Simpson taken away by Hands. Phelan Hands in transition on Robinson. Kick out Golemon. Golemon says settle it down, reset.
A good sub to get Welsh a blow before the media timeout.
Holiday to the jack. That's a tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it on this end, sending us to a timeout. So Michigan has fought back to make it single digits. Thomas Welsh and the Bruins still in command. Let's take a look at the Jersey Mike's game summary. UCLA has cleaned up the turnover issues. They built a 15-point lead. Matthews led Michigan back. But Welsh and Holiday leading the way again for the UCLA Bruins.
Now they have been the answer. Solid performance, whether it's running the show or making shots. And this is just an easy kick out to an unerring shooter. Pinned down, Holiday having a beach day. And the big fella looming in the low post. And how about the ticker on number 3? Comes up big time consistently.
So combined 35 points. Welsh gets a break right now, but 18 points, 10 rebounds. It's the 25th double-double of Thomas Welsh's UCLA career. The Bruins with the ball in the 7-point lead. Shot clock is at 6. And so Olszewski, second chance, got fouled inside.
I'm not sure if it's Wagner or Matthews.
It's on Wagner?
Yeah. A little slap down, but when you can't elevate, slap.
Third on Wagner.
Shot at John Beeline. How about Patrick? What's he, 9 and 2?
I think so.
Kathleen said, the mom.
Holiday with a foul on Matthews. So we also got a visit at halftime from Caitlin Flaherty, the Michigan women's basketball team.
Tommy Flaherty played for us in Seton Hall. Great talent. Unbelievable offensive player. Good guard, too, by the way. And do I remember him telling me his daughter was a special player? I think she had a state record in Jersey. And how about here?
All-time leading scorer in Michigan women's basketball history.
It was amazing.
Monday on CBS, with the holidays now upon us, Kevin has found a surefire way to get in shape. Catch an all-new Kevin Can Wait, Monday, 8/7 Central, only CBS. Holiday gets them both.
Now they've been riding Matthews a little bit more. I'd like to see Wagner get going. There's a pick and pop, and there's a bit of ball handling.
Throwing two defenders, get the foul and get to the line and taking a tumble.
Exactly. No question about it. I mean, he is a really talented offensive player. Just needs a little space and patience by others.
And yet the Wolverines, 4 for 11 from the free throw line today.
Not good.
Now There's some challenges today and moving forward for Michigan.
No question about it. And free throw shooting 66%. That doesn't help the cause when you're trying to make a comeback. He's got some charm, doesn't he? He's won you over.
Oh, yeah.
But you're soft. You're a soft touch.
Easy. Easy for
They say hello to you, you bow down.
How about Lamar Simpson? All right, before we go any further, let's get that shirt tucked.
Fortunately, we don't have one of those restrictions on the at our table.
Mr. Bo, 4 for 13 from the line.
Not taking advantage. They love that little shuffle cut and then a down screen. So how they get a jumper earlier on that?
UCLA doesn't have a made bucket in almost 4 minutes, and yet Michigan hasn't been able to take advantage. Smith nearly walks. 4 seconds, Holiday turns it over into the hands of Robinson.
Brooks, I think, a little piece of it.
Abdul Rahman takes it.
And hides. You can't, you got to go under your pay. Muller with the screen.
Whittled it to 6 again.
Nice little quick hitter. Next stoppage, you got Wells coming back.
9 to shoot.
Nice help. Robinson.
Hands. 5 to shoot. Poked away. Wagner takes it from Hands. And now Moore dunks it down. Oh, the Holiday to pull Michigan within 4.
I think he's very lucky. He should have put the ball down, but did get away with it. But all of a sudden, they've awakened the Mason Blue. And why not? A little send it in, all the way from Berlin.
Goodbyes are never easy. But when you're born to assist, you can't close one door without first opening another.
Man, I'm gonna miss seeing that face every day, Cliff. You're the only one who gets you. Yeah, and this move's been...
Big deal?
Let me show you something. You found me a new State Farm agent? Think of it. That's my last assist. I miss you, man.
Wagner trying to lead Michigan back again after Thomas Welsh has led the way for UCLA. This big man knows how to finish.
It is amazing when you get 3 steps, too. But the deflection set that all up. And then all of a sudden, some excitement, and very lucky as well. Got to make free throws, got to come up with loose balls. You got Welsh back to calm things down for UCLA.
Need some smelling salts for
this kid.
Too easy.
Well, they spread. You got to play Welsh, so he chose that side. No, help side D there.
Right out of the timeout, Welsh back on the floor. Holiday gets the bucket. And now Wagner outside. Got it inside with the dunk. Outside with a triple. And Mo Wagner has the Maze Rage flexing along with them.
And Welsh did not want to come out and play him that deep. That should open it up to some other drives.
Holiday has the last 7 for UCLA. Takes it again. Backs it in. 9 straight for the Bruins from Aaron Holiday.
I'm not so sure he wanted to bank that. Brooks played pretty good D. With the toughness personified in number 3.
Brooks turns the corner.
Unfortunately, Welsh had been lifted because of the jumper. That opens up the dribble drive.
Bruins led by as many as 15. Holiday, that's a foul on Abdul Rahman, and fighting with Aaron Holiday.
Why not give some ground? You know he can turn the corner and keep him out, but this kid really is a gamer. A little kiss. And the ability to get in that lane. Anytime you can see, Welsh knows if he helps, he's going to leave a shooter. Put Never Neverland in a little blow-by.
Well, Holiday had that hot start, and then there was a scoring lull trying to get his teammates involved. I think Mr. Holiday knows exactly what time it is.
Sounds like our career. Too many lulls.
Yeah, I don't think we have the ability to close like Aaron Holiday does.
This kid's going to have a future just because mentally watching tape of this kid. He leaves it out there. Speaking of guards, Tyus Edney on the bench, one of the great ones. A little wire-to-wire magic in his career.
One of the most famous seconds in UCLA basketball history. And a lot of famous seconds in UCLA basketball history.
And a lot of firsts, too. Deep. And now, Welsh has got a dilemma. They've eliminated him for defense around the rim. And Mose, alert and on fire.
Holiday has the last 11 Bruin points. But it's Wilkes on the wing.
Well, they're not going to Welsh. He's not loading up.
9 to shoot. Here's Holiday behind the screen from Garland. Lost it. 5 to shoot. Ali recognizes, kicks it in, floater into the hands of Abdur Rahman with the Wolverines on the run.
A good poise here. Get your organization.
Matthews off the screen. Robinson.
Ooh, halfway down.
Michigan needs that from Duncan Robinson.
They sure do. Boy, that was deep. They've got to get Welsh some touches.
There's one, and it's a foul on Wagner.
I think he's just tired, Wagner. Easy way of a little bit lazy, stopping the clock.
Fourth on Wagner as soon as Welsh touches it. Good things happen.
Step back jack, the ability to get a little nylon. Woo, solid in and out. Big ball. He would do a lot of things. Defensively, the strip, the run out, and this is what started the magic. I think him making one opened up opportunities for others. A big lift as Welsh now is caught in an area. Should I guard him or should I help? And Thomas Welsh is such a factor defensively. Keep him away from the tin is extremely important.
So Michigan hasn't led this game since the 7:15 mark of the first half. They fought back to make it a 2-point game. You see the foul trouble, especially for Wagner. But what does Michigan have to do in the last 3:05 to not make it a close game, but a win?
Well, keep this guy off the foul line and don't let him load up in the low box and, put a rope around Holiday. I mean, he's just been extraordinary.
19 now for Welsh. That's a season high. Holiday has 25 in the game. That ties his career high, which he had against Creighton in UCLA's only loss.
Watch the rotation on this shot, by the way. It's just amazing. It's incredible.
When Steve Alford praises your jump shooting.
That's true. He doesn't chip the tin either.
Back into the hands of Duncan Robinson.
You got Matthews and Wagner on the same side with a curl. I like the nice pump.
Shot fake, bounce, lost it on the way up. Touched by a Bruin, touched by Welsh, 10 to shoot.
Pretty good recovery by Welsh. I think he may be lucky to get this one back. Let's see if he ends up going off him.
Close.
Men's event.
Simpson, 6 to shoot, 5 to shoot. Puts it on the deck in the paint.
Oh, there is a God. A little help from above. A slither move. That's that old elevator play. The squeeze box.
Off the bounce, Wilkes needs Holiday to help him. 9 to shoot, Holiday resets. Looking for a screen from Welsh. He'll take it into the corner, Golan. Michigan has a chance to tie or take the lead for the first time in the second half.
Oh, they got a double dribble.
Simpson.
Goodness. Trying to get it organized.
And John Beilein just scratching his head again.
How about this little play? First they run that little squeeze at the foul line, hit Simpson the ball, and here's where he gets in trouble. I guess they felt the left hand touch the ball.
Most important possession of the game for Michigan. Back into Welsh's hands. Takes Wagner.
How about him with that derriere? Able to lock his guy, feel the weight distribution, and finish the deal. Whew. They got some gamers.
And now into the hands of Abdur Rahman, who's going to set Michigan up in the half court. Abdul Rahman trying to take it on Holiday. Matthews there to help him out.
Wagner gives others opportunity. Now they got the switch they want.
Matthews wants it back to get it to Bo. 6 to shoot. Matthews inside. It's on the floor. No shot. Foul's on the floor.
Well, Wagner at least was in offensive rebounding position, but at the other end, just watch this little maneuver here. This drop step, and now the control with the backside. Just a beautiful discard and finish by a seasoned vet.
1-1, but Matthews is only 1 for 5 from the foul line as a team, 4 for 13.
And Steve Over saying squeeze out, knowing that very reason. And they take the shooter. And Wilkes should have done a better job taking the shooter, too.
So how about the last 2 possessions for Michigan? A double dribble at midcourt, and then you miss the front end of a 1-1. UCLA a chance to extend.
Self-destruction.
Holiday stripped inside by Simpson. Keeps it alive. 1 minute to go.
Empty
to shoot.
Empty side this way.
Poked away by Wagner. Simpson on the deck. Loose ball. Ollie and Wagner on the deck.
Possession is right, Michigan. Boy, that never got sorted out for UCLA. Everything went awry. A little over-dribbling. I just thought that the empty side gave Holiday an opportunity on the right with Welsh.
53 seconds, 2-possession game. Michigan has it again. And they finally put it in the bucket to cut into the Bruin lead.
Wagner, anything away from the rim. One pick and pop, he can do that. It gives others an opportunity to dribble drive. And Matthews, the driver or post up. That might be something to look for. Then good D, the next strip.
Is Simpson running point. So Brooks on the bench. Late in the game, Simpson setting it up. Here's Matthews. Matthews takes it right at Ollie and draws a foul. Good news is Matthews to the free throw line.
I'm thinking the same thing. Absolutely.
I mean, you hear the trepidation of it going, oh, we're going to the foul? Oh.
You're going to ride him, but you may pay for it. 10 to these.
6.
Follow through. This is strictly in your head. There you go. Soft enough. Got a little more rotation on it.
Breathing deep for the second one.
Yeah. So you know for UCLA, squeeze, take the shooter. And on offense, maybe a slap back if it's long.
1 for 2, 3-point game. And Wagner's hobbled coming back down to play defense. See if the Bruins can take advantage.
Got a rebound, gang rebound for Michigan. Maybe you got to include Welsh. Obviously, Holiday maybe use. Ooh, nice hand.
Simpson pokes it away. Oh, no, Simpson. Oh, so they'll get a 1-point game.
Well, what a sloppy play.
Simpson had the critical turnover for Michigan, but he gets it back on the defensive end. Maize and Blue down 1.
You know, who's on the floor? Wilkes, if he's on the floor, he'd be a guy you might want to foul. You know, because he's not known for, what do we got, 54% from the free throw line.
How about John Beeline with leading Xavier Simpson? I mean, he's a sophomore, Brooks is a freshman, but in the critical minutes, even after that mistake by Simpson, he's out there to run point and makes the big defensive play.
And also, his defense is excellent. Kid like Holiday, you got to put your best defender on him. He's magnificent breaking you down.
That's a simple message.
Yeah, exactly. Gigi taking it out at 50%. I'd opt to go for Wilkes if you can, if you have your choice. Matthews on him. Try not to let Holiday get the basketball. That would be very important.
UCLA's done a lot of traveling, but this is a road game with 18.4 and a 1-point game. Clayton Simpson going to get called for it. He nearly stole it away. Gallman.
Boy, if Wilkes had the ball in the corner, I would have given it there. Opting for percentage.
Close.
A little hand on the elbow at the end of that. But Gigi's got to be tougher in that situation, too. Really protected.
2 shots here. Double bonus. Only 50% on the year. 2 shots.
Michigan, no timeouts, so they're going to do everything on the run. UCLA with the 1 remaining.
And who takes the shot for Michigan?
Well, the way they, obviously they move the basketball around, I think it's going to be the screen outside. I think Matthews on a drive and maybe a fine. Everybody will try and keep him out of the lane.
Spins in. 2-point game. Brooks will bring it up till the freshman point guard takes it back. And then Brooks a toss. All the way, got a foul on Wells.
How about that?
Eli Brooks with 10.9 headed to the foul line.
What courage on that baseline. Goodness.
We just talked about Beeline going with Simpson, then he brings in Brooks to make the play.
How about that?
The pride of Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, Central PA. First trip today.
There you go. How tough and tough-minded. Now you got to get ready defensively. Of course, Steve Alford has that 1 timeout. Big thing is checking out who's taking it out, who's covering, how are you going to defend.
Holiday had the game winner against Wisconsin after UCLA's only loss that sent them on what is now a 4-game winning streak. Will Holiday have another chance in the last 10.9 against another Big Ten foe? Brooks gets them both, even at 65.
Oh, they got a substitution.
Substitutions, yeah.
Now this is dangerous, I think. You're giving them the whole floor. I'd move up a little. Don't let Holiday turn the corner defensively.
It's Simpson back out there to defend Holiday. John Beeline's going to get a quick coaching point.
Yeah, they want him to stay in the sideline, that extended box now. Just don't come out on the floor. If Holiday doesn't turn the corner, I'd like Welsh down on the baseline.
Here's Holiday. Into the paint, stripped away by Simpson. Did it again. Ollie has another chance. And at the end of regulation, even at 65. Xavier Simpson being up Aaron Holiday to send us to OT.
And a couple of minutes ago, you were killing the youngster for the double dribble. But unbelievable effort by that kid. He is the key to this season, because if he can make that jumper and turn the corner, look at these hands in his pursuit, but collectively, everybody jamming it up in that lane, enable him to recover and strip away. Pretty good one, huh?
So Brooks on the offensive end, Simpson on the defensive end, and we're headed to overtime.
It's a great time to be a fan when you can come into Buffalo Wild Wings and catch the best moments in sports. Unlike in Roman times, when you could become the sport.
Is this section G?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ow. Get the ultimate sports experience at Buffalo Wild Wings.
When it comes to holiday shopping, my wife loves style. My son is all about technology, and my daughter, she just loves horses. Don't you just love one-stop shopping? I do.
Ring in the holidays with Buick. Get up to 20% below MSRP on most 2017 luxury SUV models. That's over $7,100 on this Buick Envision Essence. Experience the new Buick this holiday season.
Even at 65, headed to overtime in Ann Arbor between the Bruins and the Wolverines. This overtime is made possible by Buffalo Wild Wings. Michigan from 15 down in the second half has sent it to overtime.
I'll tell you what, they really responded beautifully. Matthews for one, and Wagner another. And how about the guards? You mentioned Brooks on the offense, and some toss again. Wow. Simpson just excellent defensively.
We're going to get another one. And DJ Carstensen.
He should be throwing it up. I mean, he's as big as the centers.
It's
right?
not much of a toss.
a nice play. Back tip. And again, Welsh had that dilemma of where to help out because Wagner had moved them around so much. Here's that post up that John wanted to get more of.
Matthews, kick out. Simpson. Gets him in.
Woo! Both ends. Delivered.
7:15 of the first half. Last time Michigan led until Xavier Simpson.
Oh, nice play.
Wagner pokes it away. Can't say that UCLA keeps it.
And what a nice play. They run the guard through, give a back screen, and a nice dive by Welsh, but a darn good counter. And on the other end, magnificent performance by the little guy in the backcourt. X.
Mid to shoot. Ali on Abdul Rahman. Step
tough
back.
shot.
Oh. Air ball. Simpson pulls it.
Not a good one.
Simpson trying to get him set up in transition.
Know your strengths. A nice extra pass.
Matthews. To ball threes to start OT for Michigan.
Unselfish delivery by Wagner as well. Matthews. Welcome back. Steps.
Holiday poked away by Simpson again. Matthews on the run. Foul on the floor on Gallman.
In order to get free, you got to make that ball hum. Here's the help, and then the pinch, and then all the extra pass. Get the puppies organized and drill it. And Matthews concentrating the free throws, and you got a game.
This is the largest lead of the game for Michigan with the threes to begin. OT, Matthews. Two made free throws, but number two is big.
Ended up high enough. Really flexed the knees.
Michigan on Tuesday blew a 13-point halftime lead against Ohio State, but they trailed in this one by 15 in the second half. And now the Wolverines with a 6-point edge, 3.5 to go in OT.
Don't forget Welsh. Give it to him.
Holiday inside. Simpson bothers him again, but a fine for Goleman.
Whoa, nice find, too. In desperation to give.
Abdul Rahman pulls up the ring. Matthews. The free throw pulls it back out. 9 to shoot. Matthews takes it at Welsh. Wagner trailing, gets Holiday in the air. Now on the bounce. Takes Welsh.
How about that? Dexterity. Little same hand change. Shake the shoulder. Finish the deal. This is what they got to do. Oh, not a good look.
Wilson in the hands of Matthews. An inspired effort by Michigan after they were discombobulated early in the second half.
And how about that's the first double that I can recall of the big guy. They've shaded, but not doubled. Not a piece of it.
So a very late adjustment.
Yeah.
Matthews off the bounce again. Pulls up on well. Wow. How tough is that?
I can't make a free throw, but boy, can I drill those jumpers with a 7-footer, a little bit large. What a turnaround.
Charles Matthews, the newest Michigan playmaker. Wolverines 2-11 away from being the victors.
Together, we cross the wish off the list and carefully plan our surprises. We pick up on hints and find the best values and brands right where we expect them. We sneak in a few stocking stuffers, give Santa some serious competition, and package up our perfect gifts perfectly. Together, we make sure every two has a from. Right now, get this Husky Mechanics tool set for just $99, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Tomorrow it is all about the playoffs. The NFC's current top seed Minnesota against Cam and Carolina. Washington against the Chargers. Check your local listings. Kick off the day with JB, Phil, Coach Nate, and Boomer on the NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines at 12 Eastern on CBS.
Got a JB, pretty good player. But how about this little same hand change? Move the shoulders and beat the big fella right at the rim. And Matthews, look at this defense by Welsh. You can't ask for much more, but drilling it. Major league and a little joy right here in Ann Arbor.
Well, the Bruin defense was tough early, but since the 6:17 mark of the second half, Michigan is 11 of 12 shooting. A 15-3 run. The Bruins have another push.
Great defense. Boy, this is so much improved. Keeping them on the perimeter.
Hands in the corner. Lost it. And it's off the hands, and it's Michigan ball.
A little bit of a mishandle, too. Once you get a little too deep, you got to make a better decision. They're going to check to see who went off, which is...
And then you had a little jawing between Hands and Matthews. The officials quickly separated them.
Well, that's one of those cases. Where are you going? You know, you got to make a judgment. I know it's high speed. Steven mentioned this atmosphere, one of the first of the year for these young guys.
Right, you saw #1 Duke on the road, talented but young, losing to Boston College. Talented young player, late.
A nice job by Wagner too. Well, I think he's got a case though.
I think you're right.
UCLA.
Yep.
I think they'll get the ball.
Reviewable last 2 minutes of regulation and overtime on the out of bounds. That could be close.
The regular review. Check this all out. 2 or 3 point game or shot clock malfunction, whether it started or stopped.
I mean, there was a question out of bounds about 3 minutes to go. It can't go to the monitor on that one, but once they're under 2, now the double check-in and critical, because if this comes back to UCLA, you're also going to look at where the shot clock is for the Bruins.
That's what takes them so long. As important as it is, let's see.
That ends up being a good play by Hands to toss it off of Wagner. So after he got in trouble in the corner, he gets himself out.
Right. He's using his hands properly in this particular case, but at some point, you've got to reverse it, bring it out, and get a better set for your team.
There's going to be, if they reset, if it is UCLA basketball, maybe 9 seconds, 10 seconds to shoot. We'll see.
Yeah, they got it right. They got UCLA ball.
Yep, 10 seconds.
10 seconds on the clock.
And DJ Carsonson to explain to Mr. Raftery. They're going to put 11 up on there now. 11 on the shot clock.
Been a lot of dribbling again early in the game. It hurt UCLA. I think they're doing a lot of that now. Even though that double came on Welsh, I still trust him to make the good decisions. And again, no high-low at all with Golemon, who's pretty good at finding Thomas in the lane. There's a pick and pop. They forget him.
Holiday spins it in around Wagner. And Holiday slow getting up. Running back to play D.
You almost come up with one.
Yeah, Michigan playing keep away now with a 6-point edge. Holiday is hobbling, but toughing it out for UCLA.
You still want to run your stuff if you're Michigan. Go side to side. Moves Wagner out to eliminate Welsh.
7 to shoot. Matthews uses the screen.
Nice cut. What a cut to bail his team out. Whew.
Xavier Simpson clutch on both ends late for Michigan. The sophomore point guard has led the comeback.
This Simpson has really stepped up to solidify that backcourt. He plays like this, they got something going.
And now Michigan in command, trying to run clock.
Did a good one, yeah.
Now Holiday gives it on Simpson as Michigan begins to celebrate. What was a 15-point deficit, closing in on a win in OT.
I just love this now. Just check the action, the open hole, the gap, because of all the help defense and rotating, take Wagner's 3 away, and the little guy with the big ticker. Boy, he is pumped, isn't he? And why not?
Well, the coach's son played for his dad, Quincy, Lima Central Catholic, and Lima Senior. He was Mr. Ohio basketball in 2016. And when Eli Brooks got the start again at the point, he made plays late. But Beeline trusting the sophomore Simpson down the stretch on both ends, and as he rewarded That's 10 points in the last 6:30 for Xavier Simpson.
Yeah, Michigan's defense has really improved this half, too. And keeping them out here, making them use clock. Oh, wow.
And Team 3, UCLA hoping for a miracle, but it's into the hands of Michigan. With 33 seconds left in overtime.
What a tough-minded win. Ooh.
Sloppy turnover. Holiday will attack and get a quick. Lost the bunny, and that's going to do it.
I think he's just exhausted. He certainly left it out there.
And Mo Wagner celebrates with the Michigan fans from down 15. After a heartbreaking loss earlier this week at Ohio State, Michigan back on its home floor comes back to beat UCLA 78-69 in overtime. Hail, hail to Michigan.
Wow. Hail to Simpson. Very impressive. And just a little adjustment, raising Welsh outside, big factor. Simpson, major league factor. His contributions. Goodness. This is one of those games that can make your season. All of a sudden, you got some confidence.
And the winners, the victors, Michigan 78-69, and John is with Coach Belon.
Coach, you were down by 15 points in the second half. How did you turn things around?
I really can't explain it right now because you almost feel guilty winning it. And I love these guys. But we just did about everything that you can do to lose a game, and they stayed with it and came back in a win. So huge win for us right now just because it was gut check time, and we were really good at that time.
Now, we watched him practice yesterday. You sat Mo Wagner down in the middle of practice. You were not happy with his effort.
No.
What did you think about his performance today?
I actually thought he was pretty tired, and maybe that's my fault. We worked really hard the day before, but I just think he's got another level of play. We tried to give him. He's just got. When he gets tired, when any player gets tired, they still have to gather up and play smart during that time. He did that in the last couple minutes. He was big tonight.
An impressive win. Congratulations, Coach.
All right, thanks very much.
So for Bill Raftery and John Schrippen, Carter Blackburn saying so long from Ann Arbor. 78-69, Michigan rallies to beat UCLA in the Bruins' first true road game of the season. It's Michigan, the victors. Coming up, Army-Navy game beginning with the State Farm College football today. This has been a presentation of